Peace, family, peace, peace, peace. Okay, so before doing this video, at first I was a little nervous. I was scared. I was on the sofa, and one of the things that I was thinking was, whenever fear shows up, that means for me to do it. Peace, family, peace, peace, peace. So I just was laying down, and one of the things that came to my mind was this. It was like a download. Um, I know you want to fast, right? I know you may even want to change what you are consuming, what you are putting in your body. You may want to eat healthier. You may want to eat cleaner. You want more from life. You can't be concerned what's going on outside you, okay? It's going to require you to spend some time by yourself. It may even require you to be in a room all alone by yourself. And you may have to cry to release all those emotions that you may have felt. I'm going to share with you guys what have kept me going on this here fast. And hopefully it inspire you. Peace, family. Oh, gosh. I was just in the bathroom and I had a memory of me and my sister Melissa. And I remember we would watch like the music awards. And every time like an artist that we liked would say, I just want to thank God. Like how we would get so excited that they was thanking God. And a few minutes ago, I'm having like these visions. Even like when I was a kid, I remember watching wrestling with my father, because that was like my father's favorite thing, wrestling. And Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker and all those different wrestlers. And I remember my father, he would pay for pay-per-view, like when it was like a really big fight. And I remember I just was in the bathroom, and I remember it was this one particular day that one of my father's girlfriends had came over and she had cooked. And I believe it was like steak or something. I just remember it was meat. And I don't know how old, probably like 4 years old or something like that. And I remember telling my father, like, I don't eat this. Like, I was so disgusted by it, by the meat. I don't know what this has to do with my fasting. You guys know I don't eat meat. But some reason it popped up in my mind. I know you may be afraid. And there's some battles that's going on spiritually that you may have to turn to something that is supernatural. Some say God, some say Allah, some doesn't matter what you call it. I say source. I say universe. And even saying God, I noticed like me saying God, because I never want people to think there is a power that's outside yourself. And when I say God, God lives within you. You are the creator of your reality. But there's something even more powerful than that. And so I know maybe you're going through a tough time right now. You don't even know how to get through it. I encourage you to spend some time with yourself. And what has helped me to just focus on, it's not even any longer like me focusing on, on success so much. And I know in my earlier videos, I would mention it, but it's mainly about me being the best version of myself that I can be. And so on this here fast, it's really about me stripping myself, stripping the ideologies, the culture, and tapping more into love. So the ones that this video is for, I know it'll reach them. But just keep on believing and keep on going. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so I was listening to Dr. Myles Munroe tonight, just a few minutes ago, and I'm still listening to him. And the video that I'm listening to, Dr. Myles Munroe talks about fasting and prayer. And so tonight I said, you know what? Why I put the clothes away? I didn't put them all away, but I said, why I put some of the clothes away? Let me listen to Dr. Myles Munroe. I said the first video that I listened to, that is what Universe Source wants me to listen to. So I put the video on, and Dr. Myles Munroe is talking about fasting and prayer. And I kept saying I was going to fast, right? And I said, oh my goodness, this is a sign for me to really fast. And then Dr. Myles Munroe talks about prayer and how praying is not you begging. Prayer is a demand. And I said, what the hell? Okay. So I have decided for me to do a water fast for 21 days. The part of me that I fear is losing the waist. Because I remember, family, peace, 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 peace. Okay, so today is day 1 of my water fast. Okay, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about my journey. And it's so funny how the universe tends to work, source, God, whatever you want to deem it. So I have been feeling this way for a while, right? For me to fast and stuff like that. And I had came across Dr. Myles Munroe video. And it's so funny because I had posted his link up under one of my videos just so some of you guys could, feel inspired and, things of that nature. And so yesterday I just, picked the video. I was like, you know what, whatever video comes up from Dr. Myles Munroe, I'm going to watch it. And the video that came up was fasting and prayer. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so crazy. You know, I've been wanting to fast for a few days or whatever it was. But I'm just so excited about this outcome. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm about to have me some tea. This morning when I got up, I had some water. And I feel okay. I feel well. I have like it's like this slight cold I have. And yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. So I'm gonna drink me some tea, and I catch you guys for the next week. I'm gonna do it week by week. That way, if I'm doing it every day, I think that it'd take my attention away from my fasting. So I'm gonna do week by week. So this would be considered the first week. And then next Sunday I check back in, and then the following Sunday. But make sure you guys rocking out and believing in yourselves, and know that whatever it is that you put your mind to, you can do it. I hope you guys are reading, okay, Prosperity Bible, and meditating. Peace. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so right now it is I believe 3:59 or so, and I wanted to come on here real quick. I told you guys that I'd be recording per week, right? One video per week, showing you guys, documenting the fasting experience. So I had some herbal tea not too long ago. I had about a bottle and a half of water. I've been listening to like a lot of Dr. Myles Munroe, and it's so funny because one of the things that, you know, I said first I was gonna go on a 3-day water fast, right? And sometimes you may ask source, like, you know, should I do it for 3 days or should I do it for 21 days? And I was listening to Dr. Myles Munroe just a few minutes ago, and one of the things he said was a 3-day fast is really not a good fast because you don't really experience anything within, you know, those 3 days or whatever it is like that. And I don't know how true that is because I don't recall myself. Maybe I did do a 3-day fast. I don't know. Like a while ago. But so this is pretty much what I had did. So I'm still listening to Dr. Myles Munroe, and oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for him because, you know, the way he break the stuff down and say what you may experience. Okay. Today I just had like a little cramps, a little bit of cramps. I'm congested. And that's the good thing about me going on a fast, because last night I threw pretty much, I had some sour cream and onion chips. I threw them out. I had some wheat thins. I threw them out. And this morning when I got up, I had some pistachio nuts that was on my dresser. I threw them out. And then I had some regular nuts that was in a cabinet. And a part of me was like, no, I could keep these for, you know, my youngest son or whatever it is. But I said, no, let me just throw them out. So yeah, so I'm just pretty much documenting, you know, what's going on during my fast, and I am so grateful to be a content creator, right? To create content, because like it gives me so much inspiration to share my journey with you guys. A few reasons why I wanted to do a fast was, one, I felt like I kept hearing, you know, source, do a fast, for me to do a fast. And I kept on like putting it off, like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, right? Number two is I was having a little pain, like on the side of my stomach. And I noticed this on Friday. Today is Sunday. Today is actually January the 14th, 2024. I noticed I was having a little pain when I would get up or whatever it was like that. And so yeah, so that was one. And then if you notice, I have some brown spots in my eye. Now, from me studying herbal remedies and plants and stuff like that, and studying this and studying, reading books on the body and stuff like that. Normally, when you have this stuff in your eyes, that's because of toxins, and it's also it could be because of your liver. I believe on the left side is the liver, and on the right side is the kidney. You could correct me in the comments below. I really don't care. Okay. So yeah, so that, and it has, some spiritual benefits that I'm not gonna pretty much get into while I'm doing this fast as well. So I'm gonna just show you guys real quick, what I wrote down so far, and then I'll see you guys next week, which is, what is next week? Today's the 14th. So I see you guys next week, the 21st. Okay. So I'm just going to show you guys, pretty much what Dr. Myles Munroe said to expect, and then what I have experienced so far. So this is like pretty much the notes that I had taken down. Okay. Right here I mentioned, had a cold. Benefits of fasting, white eyes. I'm excited about that. Toxins being removed, clear skin. And this is pretty much, I'm just journaling, pretty much like what I did fasting, first day of fasting. And, right here, I documented me throwing the nuts and stuff away, drinking drunk herbal tea and water. And then I just put, some of the symptoms that I have. And then over here, I was listening to Dr. Myles Munroe, and pretty much he was, giving a synopsis of pretty much what to expect, right? Pretty much he said, when you are fasting from solid foods, and you just drinking water or whatever it is, those times when you are hungry, you're supposed to spend that time in prayer session. So for me, I spend it in meditation, meditating, and I continuously read the Prosperity Bible and things of that nature. And so one of the things he recommended too was to drink water at room temperature, 8 glasses a day for water. I don't know if I'm gonna do 8 glasses a day. I have to see like really like what my body is, what my body is saying. He said the first day of a fast, you'll experience, I guess, like your mouth being really dried or whatever it is like that. Day 3, gastric irritation, inflammation of the stomach line. Okay, so yeah, so Dr. Myles pretty much said this is like some of the things that you should, it should be expected. Okay, like the burning of the stomach, like probably having crampings or anything like that. And basically is the pain that we may experience or that we are going to experience is from the acid looking for food, because we have something in our body. Our stomach is acidic, okay, to break down foods and things of that nature. So day 4 of the fast, he pretty much was saying about the gastric juices are producing the most because it's looking for food, going through withdrawal, addictions. Day 5 pretty much is the same. Day 6, he says, is going to be the worst day when temptation goes high. He says you may experience being smelly, being stink, because it's like all the toxins are being released from your body and things of that nature. Day 7, he says, is the crossover delivered from food. What really got me excited is day 8 is the purification, renewal, healing. Like the eyes turning white. He says your skin becomes clear, your urine is pretty much clear. Day 8 to 13 is pretty much the same exact thing, purified. Day 13 to 14, emotional, peaceful, like you peaceful. And day 14 to 20, energy, you have tons of energy, not only physical but spiritual energy. And day 21 is the zone of no return. One of the things that really got me, what Dr. Miles Monroe said was, when you doing this fast, it'll come a time where as though like you don't even want food. And I believe I heard Dr. Bobby Price say the same thing, like, when he did a fast, at the end it was like he didn't even want to eat no more because of the toxins and stuff like that, and how his energy and everything was. So yeah, so I keep you guys posted. Make sure you guys rocking out and believing in yourselves, and I catch you guys on the next one. The most beautiful thing about this is one, I have a cold. Now some may say, well, what's so good about that? Because I wouldn't eat when I have a cold, and I don't catch colds. I barely get sick, but I don't eat because I know of the things that we tend to eat. Majority of the time I wouldn't eat because of the things that we tend to eat. It produces mucus, okay? Like rice and pastas and stuff like that. I was gonna tell you guys something else. Oh, and so next week, I know this may be too much info for some. Next week I would have, or the following week, I would have my menstrual. And when I'm on my menstrual, I normally just drink herbal tea. So I'm looking forward to this experience. I'll let you guys know, what's going on. But I catch you guys next week. And I'm not only fasting from food, is also from social media as well. So yeah, so I catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so this is day 2. And I know I said that I was going to record next week, right? But I wanted to come on here real quick. A few minutes ago, I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. Okay. And even last night, I was feeling some type of way. I was thinking about consumer law. And the book that I'm reading, Prosperity Bible, I told you guys about this book. And one of the things that it says in the book is do not go or do not try to get laws passed pertaining to, bankers and stuff like that. Because once you do that, it's like you start operating in a competitive state as opposed to operating in a creative state, right? Now, I've heard people say, go to court and all this other stuff. And a part of me was like, last night I seen myself, right? Like I was getting frustrated. I was getting a little frustrated because I was reading Contract Law for Dummies. And once I started reading Prosperity Bible, I started, being optimistic. I started being, feeling hopeful, thankful, and things of that nature. And then last night, I'll tell you guys, like, the universe is always speaking, okay? Last night, I had came across a video, again, with Dr. Miles Monroe. And at first, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should watch this video because it was talking about money. And in the video, Dr. Miles Monroe, he mentioned the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And basically, he said that that book got all its ideas from the Bible and all its principles from the Bible, right? And so today, I had just made it up in my mind because this is one of the things, and I know, I when I first started consumer law, I told people, just stick to it and always do what works for you. Okay, always do what works for you. But what I see in my life right now, my main focus is earning a certain amount of money per month. But getting my mind right so much so in a sense where as though money start coming to me. Okay. And I did say consumable was the last, puzzle to the piece or whatever. But right now it's like, if you focus on money, okay, and focus on like, the bills and, all this other stuff, one of the things that happened to me, how I felt was there's not a such thing as scarcity, right? There's not a such thing as there'll never be enough, right? I know I am being taken care of from source, but one of the things that you have to understand is there is so many people that's, doing certain things on the internet, and that's why this 21 days off the internet, it is really, really good. The only thing I listen to mainly, I've been listening to, is Dr. Miles Monroe talking about fasting, and a few of his other videos. It's so funny how I came into this. I didn't even, it's just so funny how the universe works, right? Because I didn't even, when I put Dr. Miles Monroe video on a link, his link up under my video, I wasn't even expecting to, watch Dr. Miles Monroe videos again at this time. Dr. Miles Monroe videos, they have so many Jews in them. But I wasn't, that wasn't, my intent. My intent was, oh, well, I could share, Dr. Miles Monroe videos with you guys. It's funny because I had a psychic tell me, she said, Dina, sometimes when you saying stuff to people, you think you giving them advice, but it's really you speaking to yourself. And that is like so true. That is really, really true. So yeah, so I hope you guys got something from this. The message is focus on what you are passionate about. Okay, because your passion is going to bring you all the things that you desire. Okay. And do what works for you. Okay. You gonna hear, so many people saying, different things, but do what works for you. Okay. Is getting my mind right. See, this is what you have to understand. If your mind isn't right, and when I say get my mind right, what I mean is to understand that there's a abundance, a overflow. At times I would just say it, but like actually living it and meaning it and knowing it, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, if your mind isn't right, it's not going to sustain anyway. It's not gonna stay. So the whole purpose is for you to really get your mind right. Okay? Because if your mind isn't right, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And so with that being said, I'm on my way to Whole Foods to get some water. I love you guys. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourselves, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace. Peace. Okay, so today is day 2 of my fasting. I know I said I'm not gonna do day by day, right? Earlier I recorded, but I just wanted to come on here real quick and say this. The universe or source is always sending us messages, right? So tonight, I was in my room, and I'm listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. And the video that I'm listening to is basically talks about discipline. And as I am listening to him, only thing I have been doing lately is reading. No television has been on. Pretty much me not being on social media. Only app that I still have on my phone is YouTube, but when I'm on YouTube, it is very intentional, meaning that I'm only listening to mainly Dr. Miles Monroe, mainly Dr. Miles Monroe. And so tonight I was listening to him, and I know I did a video earlier pertaining to consumer law, right? But as I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, one of the things he said was when he first read the Bible, I believe he was the age of 15. He said that he would read the Bible until like he finished it. It never was for him to get understanding. He said it was because whatever he didn't understand, he said, it doesn't matter how many PhDs you have, you could never fully understand the Bible. And here it is a pastor that's saying this. So one of the things Dr. Miles Monroe said was, he said that he read the Bible over and over, every day until he finished it. He said it was something in the Bible that, and I'm paraphrasing here. It was something in the Bible that pretty much said that from him reading whatever it is that he needs to understand, like I don't know if he said the Holy Ghost or the Spirit or whatever, like it would be able to point out what it is that, it like the Spirit, it remembers everything. And he was like, so when he said he has been reading the Bible every year for about 30 something years, and here this is a pastor. So I was like really impressed by that. But what really got me was, and you guys know I'm not religious, but what really got me, and let me say this, okay, because you can always get a message from somebody that's part of the church, somebody that's not part of the church, because one of the things you have to understand is at the beginning of the day, we all are spirits, okay? Not that we have a spirit, we all are spirits, okay? And this flesh is just a meat suit, okay? That the spirit is in. Or the okay, you know what I mean. So anywho, so what I took for that, because I told you guys about contract law and, things of that nature. And a part of me was like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on me being happy. And that's still the case, right? Me being happy. But when I listened to Dr. Miles Monroe, it was just something that stood out when he said like he would read the Bible every day, and it never was for understanding. It was just for him to read the Bible, and I guess later on have understanding. And one of the things I'm gonna say pertaining to the fasting, so I did feel a little lightheaded. Like when I stood up a few times, I felt like a little lightheaded tonight. But I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I was good. So some of the things that I know that I may experience is because of the toxins that I'm saying past tense, was in my body, or that's in my body currently. Okay. So yeah, so I just wanted to pop on here real quick, and the video I did earlier, I want you guys to see food transparency, and I was going to delete that clip that I did pertaining to consumer law, but I was like, no, because maybe this would be beneficial to somebody else that watched the video, somebody else that's like, they want to give up, or they don't want to focus on it now, and whatever it is like that, because they don't understand it. And I'm so grateful for Dr. Miles Monroe videos in this time that I am fasting. Oh my goodness, like you have no clue. Okay. So with that being said, I love you guys, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace, family. Peace. Okay, so I wanted to do a video real quick. And I know I said we're going to do week by week, but I wanted to do a video real quick. So I'm on day 4, okay, of my water fast. And it's so funny because sometimes, I don't know about the next person, but when I'm counting, like if I say, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I say Monday is one day, Tuesday is one day, Wednesday is another day, right? Like 3 days, but it's actually 4 days. And I'm so extremely proud of myself. One of the things that if I could advise anyone during, they water fast or anything like that, some rules and tips, okay? One, if you want to stay away from social media as much as possible, okay? I don't know if I'm going to do a 7-day or 21-day, but my intuition will guide me on what to do, okay? But I did a thumbnail already for 21 days. So let's see how that goes. The reason I say stay away from social media, because yesterday what I noticed, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm making for my children, okay? But yesterday what I noticed was my youngest daughter, she was watching YouTube. And one of the things that I've been doing lately with my children is not allowing them to watch so much entertainment, so much social media, because I want them to read more as opposed to being so entertained. Everything is interconnected. We eat food because of the pleasure, because emotional eating. Also, when we are watching television and being entertained and stuff like that, as opposed to learning, is like, and I could relate because I'm, a few years ago, even recently, right? I'm studying and stuff like that. I'm studying every day. I study, and when I say studying, I'm studying things pertaining to my mentor, Bob Proctor, okay, who was in The Secret. I'm reading, okay, so I'm studying every day. But to me, it's like when you're doing a fast, you're gonna get the mental clarity, okay, that you may have been seeking. Sometimes you like, why things aren't coming into fruition? Well, the reason being is because you have blockages. I remember this time, I had contacted this lady, okay. I don't want to butcher her name, but I contacted her because she talked about how she was plant-based, okay, ADAMA. And she said she would take herbs and all this stuff. And it was an interview that she did with this guy on YouTube. And I was so fascinated by her story that one day I had contacted her and basically telling her, about my manifestation and all these different things. And, one of the things, and this is another thing, one of the things that I was kind of afraid of was the weight loss. Okay, and I said that previous. But one of the things that I started understanding is all according to our words that we use. It's really not weight loss, it's really waste, right? And as I'm on this journey, one of the things that I'm noticing, and I just got finished meditating, this is what came up in my meditation. As I am fasting, it is like I am dropping layers, so to speak, right? Layers of the disbelief, the doubt, layers of what people may have said is really, and I watched another content creator talk about this, but it's so true. It's really like you don't care what other people say, right? And what really keeps me going is watching fasting videos. I don't watch Dr. Miles Monroe videos so many times, okay? Like you have no clue, okay? Yesterday with my youngest daughter, she was in my room, and she was watching the YouTube, and the content creators was going shopping. It was like almost every video, it was based upon food. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I was a little tempted. Okay, I was a little tempted. But one of the things that happened was my sister had called me. And I came in my living room, and I'm on the phone with my sister, and we just talking. And by the time I went back in my room, I told my children, I said, listen, you've been on here long enough, this TV, you got to get off. Let's go get a book. And then I started reading to them. So my whole thing to you is, if I could give any words of encouragement, any words of advice, it would be, one, what is your why? Right? What is your why? My why, I told you guys, it is for me to connect to my higher self more, right? Is also to rid the toxins that is in my body, okay? To have clarity, to have, better skin, okay? Now, my skin ain't bad, okay? My skin is fairly good, honey, okay? But those are mainly like my focuses. And the biggest one is to have a deeper connection with my higher self, okay? God, source, whatever you want to call it. So this is pretty much day 4. And I just wanted to come on here and give you guys some words of encouragement, some of the things that will help you along your fast. The first 2 days or first day, let's say, I wasn't using the restroom, like, doing number 2. And I had got some water. I got some Mountain Valley spring water. And on day 3, and that was a little concern of mine, because I was like, oh my goodness, like, do you supposed to be pooping? Now, I know if you don't eat, you still going to go to the bathroom. Like, because I had heard somebody say that. I think his name is Brandon, who do like a lot of content videos, and I'll leave some of his the links in the description. But Brandon was one of the ones who said, when he did, I don't know if it was a juice fast or a water fast, and he said when he was doing a fast, he noticed himself still going to the bathroom, right? So that just goes to show, oftentimes we think like, oh, I'm so healthy, I'm so clean and stuff like that, but it's stuff that's still in your colon, okay? So I did the Mountain Valley, drunk the Mountain Valley, and then I started going. Also, I've been drinking hibiscus tea, some mullein, and what else? Because I told you guys that I was like a little congested. So hibiscus, mullein, and then I did take some cascarata sagrada. Okay, cascarata sagrada, it helps, removing stuff. Is everything that you see like with a laxative, cascarata sagrada is in it. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And so I wanted to show you guys what I'm cooking. And I'm not tempted about what I'm cooking. When I first started like cutting up the celery, the onions, because I'm making chili, I was just like vegan chili. I was like, oh my goodness, how is this going to go? But what I did was I listened to Bob Proctor video about the millionaire mindset, and it took my attention off it. Okay. So, without further ado, this is what it is. Okay, so this is the chili. Just have a lot of goodness in it. Okay, celery, we got onions, we got tomatoes, we got tomato paste, we have black-eyed peas. Yes, I put black-eyed peas in mine. We have kidney beans, we have black beans, vegan sausages. Okay. What else? Oh, onions. I don't know if I said onions, but yeah, so this is the chili, okay? And I had made some rice, okay? This rice, I had put some vegetables broth in my rice, and in this rice, okay, so it can have a taste to it. And then I have some vegan cornbread. So this is pretty much my vegan cornbread. the cornbread that I had used, I think it's called Krauts or something like that. But it do require you put an egg. I didn't put no egg in it. And it's still, last time I made it, it came out just as good. Okay, I used some almond milk and that was about it. But I think it needs to go back in the oven. So, with that being said, family, you guys, make sure you rocking out. Make sure you are believing in yourself. Make sure you keep on going. Whatever that going is. It doesn't matter what that going is. Just keep on going and believing in yourself. And what's going to help you is visualization. That's one. And constantly reprogramming your mind. Constantly listening to stuff that allows you to visualize and understand that it's possible for whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want to manifest. I'm not going to say want to manifest, but going to manifest. Okay. And so with that being said, I love you guys and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay. So it's funny, during this whole process, it was so many emotions that I felt. Like, a part of me even felt like I didn't even want to come back to social media because of me being away from social media for a few days. That was one. Number two is a part of me feel like not even wanting to put this stuff like back in my body, right? So I'm gonna do tomorrow is my 7th day and I'm gonna break my fast tomorrow. Okay. My next fast most likely it'll be for 14 days and then I do the 21 days. But I'm so extremely proud of myself because I put the work in. And it was mainly for the spiritual connection. So yes, I see you guys. I don't know when the next time I'm going to do a live. And I may even get rid of my other platforms. I think my main thing would be just YouTube for right now. I may not get rid of them. I may just not go over there. So with that being said, I got to see. But that's how I feel right now. With that being said, I love you guys. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourselves. And I catch you for day 7 when I'm breaking my fast. Peace.
It smells good. You got some of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
It's broth.
No, this.
I think you're going to drink from it.
No, the apple juice. Got some? Got some of the apple juice?
Okay, so today is day 7 of me completing the 7-day fasting challenge. I had wrote some notes down to guide me, and I'm just gonna tell you guys, you know, some of the things that occurred during my fasting period. Okay. And shout out to Miss Harden, okay, because she has sent me an email, okay, and I appreciate you, Miss Harden, and I wasn't ignoring you. I did see your email, but because I was away from social media and everything like that, that's why I didn't get back to you. But I appreciate you, okay. So I'm gonna share a few things that happened during my fasting. If I could find a page. Okay, so during my fast, what I experienced was yeast being removed from my body. Like when I went to go pee and white, I seen yeast was being removed from my body. I seen mucus. Some of you guys know the beginning of my fast, I had a slight cold. Mucus, a lot of green mucus was being removed. Cravings, I did have cravings, mainly at nighttime though. And one of the things that I had got from watching other people fasting videos, and that's what I highly recommend. If you are planning on fasting, make sure you are watching other people fasting videos because it is going to keep you going. It's going to inspire you. Okay, another thing, weight loss, excessive weight loss, which you guys can most likely see, okay? And that was one of the things that I was afraid of during this fasting period. I was afraid of weight loss because in my past I had heard people say, well, you look really skinny, when I changed my diet from eating meat to vegan. Some people would say you look really skinny, don't lose no more weight and, things of that nature. But one of the things that I reminded myself was that it's not weight loss, is waste. Okay, that's what you're really losing. You're losing the waste. You're losing the toxins that's, in your body. I've seen myself having experiencing a closer relationship with source. At times I would be emotional, especially like when meditation, visualization was big. When I would be visualizing, the desires that I am going to manifest, it would be so clear. It wasn't like, oh well, how I'm gonna get this or how I'm gonna do this. It was just like a knowingness. Another thing that helped me was the Prosperity Bible. I talked to you guys a lot about that book so many times. I constantly read that. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. That in fact really, really helped me. And I'm also going to share this with you guys. Dick Gregory's Natural Diet. Folks who eat. And one of the things Dick Gregory talked about that was very, very interesting was, okay, family, so I'm reading from Dick Gregory's Natural Diet for Folks Who Eat, okay, Cooking with Mother Nature. It says, but Mother Nature herself is a great teacher. She provides experience, and our experience reminds us over and over again, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Fool around with Mother Nature's clouds, see in them and conducting other experiments, and eventually you will have a natural disaster on your hand, a flood or a hurricane. Absorb enough alcohol in your bloodstream, and sooner or later Mother Nature's liver will go on strike and your body decay. A work stop page. Expel enough smoke, exhaust, and fumes into the air, and eventually Mother Nature's respiratory system will show you what you can do with all that progress. Eat bad enough, long enough, and Mother Nature will send you little notes of reprimand, tooth decay, high blood pressure, heart trouble, kidney trouble, or any of the other ways she uses to remind us. It's not nice. Try to fool Mother Nature, and she will make a fool out of you. When I read that part, I was like, oh my goodness. The way our bodies was set up, it was set up like intentionally, right? It was set up for purpose. And I often say like our chakras and everything like that, our chakras are all correlated to, our throat. Like, the throat chakra is anything you eat in blue, right? And all of it is mainly fruits. Okay. That was another thing that I had heard so many people talk about, whether it was G. Bryant talk about, in the Bible, it also states that we are supposed to be eating fruits, right? Another person is YAHKI. He talks about like we are supposed to be mainly eating fruits, okay? I'm not saying that, I'm going to be doing it right now, but I know definitely I'm more mindful of the things that I will be putting in my body, okay? The reason why I was afraid to do this video was because getting back to the routine of me uploading and going on YouTube, although I was going on YouTube at nighttime and I would be looking up recipes and stuff like that. My worst days were, well, I don't want to say worst, but a little more challenging days was day 4 and day 6. Those were the most challenging days, okay? Then I started going on Amazon ordering like a bunch of stuff. Like, I guess because I was, I was feeling the need of eating. And a lot of times, I don't think, and I used to say this before, that we don't be hungry per se is because of routine and habit, right? Because in a lot of emotional eating, right? Like if you experiencing something, you may tend to turn to food. And I had said this before, like, this is what I noticed in my experience. I would tend to turn to chips, like if feeling frustration or whatever it is like that. Okay. Another thing that I had experienced was I felt dizzy a few times. Okay. But once I drank the water, it was almost like the water was giving me oxygen, so to speak. Like I wouldn't be dizzy. I was concerned about me using a restroom, like going up doing number 2, because my first day, like the next day, I didn't go to the bathroom. Like I peed a lot. But then later on, I had, started using the bathroom and stuff like that. I recommend don't watch TV or social media, okay, except for things pertaining to fasting, because it's so much temptation out there and you're gonna be getting hit left and right. Okay, my youngest daughter came in my room one day. I think that was probably like probably the 4th day, and she was watching a YouTube channel, and it was so many snacks and everything. Like it was like every video she put on, it mainly was focusing on food. Okay, so I left out of the room. And I was grateful my sister had called me because I was on the phone with her. Let me see. I went out for a walk twice, okay? And I felt a little out of breath. And one of the things that I just did, I just slowed down, okay? I went to Dollar Tree and I had a full bag of stuff. And one of the things I was thinking, like, you should never put all this stuff in this bag, girl, okay? But I just slowed down, to catch my breath. And as I was walking, I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe constantly. I mean, several times a day. He talked about fasting and the purpose of fasting and the benefits of fasting. And so that really inspired me to keep on going. Okay, let me see. I meditated a lot, okay. In my meditation sessions, sometimes I would do 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes. It just depends, but I meditated a lot. And then you have this feeling, I had this feeling of not caring. Like, not caring if, you know, whatever happened to my social media, right? Not caring. Like, I just had this nonchalant feeling like, all right, well, if it happens, it happens. I really don't care, right? That's really, really how I felt. Let me see. And I felt I wanted to connect to God more. You guys hear me say universe or source or whatever. And the reason why I say universe and things of that nature is because I don't want anybody who watch my videos. You know, you feel and think what you want to think, but when I talk about God, I'm talking about God within me. I'm talking about I am the creator of my reality. I am a God, okay? Not the creator of, you know, the whole stars and everything like that, but the creator of my reality, okay? But it's this book that I have read, and it's one of my favorite reads, and it's by Vernon Howard, The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power. And in that book, he talks about the kingdom, right? Heaven as a kingdom. And like making it to heaven kingdom. You know, a lot of us, and that's really a mindset, a state of mind. You know, many of us, we are on the verge of or always seeking out ourselves, seeking outside ourselves to accomplish this, accomplish that, accomplish all these different things. But is this one verse that Dr. Miles talked about, and I'm not religious, okay, but it really got me because he said, you know, what Jesus said, like, why do you worry, right? Like, you see the birds that, you know, they have a knowingness, like they gonna have food, they have a knowingness that they gonna have a shelter and things of that nature. I just believe that we have been so disconnected from ourselves and looking outside ourselves and not realizing that all the power lies within us. And at times we need to take a break from food because food at times it could clog our system from hearing the voice of God, hearing, you know, getting those downloads and things of that nature. Let me see. All right. Last 2 days of fasting, I was looking up recipes. Okay. I had this, it was like, some days I felt like in the morning times, I felt like, all right, we're going to do another day. Okay. Cause first I said 3 days. I said, I'm going to fast for 3 days. Then I heard Dr. Miles say, and I heard somebody else say, like a good fast is really not 3 days. The fast starts after the 3 days, right? And so I said, all right, we're going to do 21 days, okay? Because I said the brown spots in my eyes, okay, I said, you know, I want those to be healed and my gray hair, right? But then what I started noticing and realizing was 7 days is all right for me, okay? And then I started kind of beating myself up like, oh, you only did 7 days. You should have did 21 days and, you know, things of that nature. But then I patted myself on the back and I said, you know what, Dina, I'm proud of you, okay? You did, at least you did 7 days, okay? So even when you have given your best, right? You did one thing, okay? Be proud of yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself because you did it, okay? The next thing, my sleep, it was really, really good. But getting to sleep at times, that was another story. But once I fell asleep, oh, I remember the dreams. Oh my goodness. The sleep was good, okay? In the morning, I would be, let me see. Oh yeah, I said that. In the morning times, I would be looking forward to the 21 days. And then at nighttime, I would be like, I don't know about that. So, I'm about to take my first, I'm gonna break my fast with you guys.
This don't have no seasoning. This don't have no seasoning. But I guess it's better than water. All right, family. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep rocking out. Keep believing in yourself. Keep on going. Keep on growing. I believe in you because I believe in me. And with that being said,